It's good. It's good. Wow. We're solid. We're so solid. Welcome to the world's fastest Hornet. All right, so we're here at Wesley Motorsports with Kevin Wesley in Lansing, Michigan. Kevin was kind enough to let us ship the Hornet out here and kind of use his shop as kind of a staging ground. On the trailer, it was just right. And now we're driving it around on the street out here, and it's got this crazy vibration about when you get like 40 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's terrifying. You get it to like 40 and the whole rear end is like go, 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 go.
So we're gonna roll the tires around, we're gonna see the condition of the tires, and we're gonna check the drive shaft, make sure the drive shaft is okay, and then we'll check some other stuff too.
Go again. Oh, the drive shaft too.
So we had that little issue earlier, and we were trying to figure out what it was, and it turns out that somebody, not naming any names.
I ain't pointing no elbows.
Not naming any names.
No, it definitely wasn't me.
It wasn't you,
Mike.
Definitely wasn't Mike.
But I'm not naming any names, but the jam nuts on the rear arms for the upper links were loose. I don't know how it happened, but they totally backed out, and the pinion angle was all screwed up, so we were getting a crazy vibration from the drive shaft. But it's all fixed now.
One, right?
Yep. Two.
Fuel pump.
Yep. Just take it easy, Mike.
I will. Wish my feet weren't so big. This could be dicey. We're solid. We're so solid. Welcome to the world's fastest Hornet. Seriously, this thing is good. Wow. You know what? It runs good.
Yeah.
It runs good. It's quick.
Dude, I can hear it just zip
Oh,
down.
dude, as soon as it comes up on boost, it's not even like acceleration. It's more of just thrust. It's just shh, and it's fast. It's
good. It's
properly fast.
It is.
Yeah, this is going to surprise a ton of people tomorrow.
Yeah.
A ton of people. Fast.
Yeah,
it is
rad, right?
Properly quick.
You really gotta throttle it too.
You do.
Yeah.
But once it gets on boost, it's properly fast.
Hell yeah.
Jesus. Wow.
Cool. Let's get it back in.
Suppy, Grimm, beyond impressed, gentlemen. This thing's a riot. So tomorrow's a little test and tune, right?
Yeah, tomorrow test and tune. We get to shake it down a little bit more at speed.
And then Saturday on the back straight of M1 Concourse, right?
Yeah, no more Woodward this year.
No more Woodward. But that's okay. M1 Concourse, that's going to be really interesting, not only for the grudge match contestants, but for everybody else that's showing up who may or may not know that they're racing on the back straight of M1. So I am beyond fortunate to be sitting here with Matt McAleer, Dodge brand CEO at Roadkill Nights. Dude, this event is always kick-ass. You guys go above and beyond and over the top, not only with what you bring out as far as hardware goes, but you bring the fans in and give them access to all the Dodge personnel like no other brand I've ever seen.
This event is so special because it connects them with the vehicles, but it shows them the capability of these vehicles. You can't get that over the internet. You can't get that on the website. You can't get that at a dealership showroom for that matter.
Right.
This opens people's eyes to holy cow, my car can do that?
You know, the whole thing is to showcase to people that these engines are so stout. We put it in the Hornet.
Yeah.
The thing rips. I mean, it rips to the point where I've been doing this a long time. And for me to get out and be like, oh my God, and start giggling like a 4-year-old, I'm gonna tell you as somebody who owns an old school big block Charger, a red-eye powered Daytona, a 2018 Demon, and a Demon 170. Trust me when I tell you, you are in such good hands with what is coming out.
We have pretty much the lineup of all the other cars that put the Hurricrate engine in. Really cool builds, pretty good diversity, and it's interesting to see everyone's different setup for the engine, because everyone set it up in a completely different way, which is cool. So we're gonna go ahead and check them out now. So this car is pretty cool. So we saw this at Kevin's shop. This is actually Samuel Hubinette's Formula Drift car. All pulled apart now. It doesn't have the body on it, just the frame. But this is a Challenger. I think it's the first generation Challenger, but this is cool. If you look at the engine setup, again, you can see all the different setups. The cooling, completely different setup. They have their lines in completely different places. If you look at the intake, just an open intake. They use a stock tube, they cut it, and they use that to mount the airflow meter. Very cool. Exhaust is different. They have theirs routed down. They took their exhaust to from a 4 to a 3-inch, and then they routed both of those underneath the car. But yeah, you can see the intake's completely open. ECU right here where you can get it. Pretty cool car. And this one is one of the most interesting of all, because if you look at this is kind of what you can expect when you're doing an engine swap in your truck with one of these engines. It's got the factory air box. It's got the complete intake right from a truck. The whole thing is kind of set up so you can just put it in there and it's ready to rock and roll.
All right, so we're finally here. It's Saturday. This is what Suppy, Grimm, and the entire crew have been working on for the last solid month.
30 days, the last solid 30 days.
Right, so it's been what? 10, 12 hours a day,
Yes.
30 days to get the Hornet ready to bring out here to go drag racing. Is this bigger than you thought it would be?
Oh, this is way bigger. The range of cars here is incredible.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, this is crazy. It's nuts.
So what we're gonna do now is we really haven't tested the car yet. I mean, we've done some preliminary testing, but the fact of the matter is they're finally gonna let us down on the strip. And when I say strip, I say the back street of the M1 concourse to do a couple of quick hits. Odds are we're gonna get Grimm in the driver's seat.
Yes.
To just sort it a little bit and then bring it back to us and be like, okay, now it's good for you and
Well,
drive.
it makes sense because Grimm has the most seat time in the
Right.
car.
Yep.
He's the one that shook down the car. So we're gonna get him in the car first, then we'll hop in.
Yeah, he's our test dummy.
I can die, but that beautiful face, we can't lose this.
Number one rule, have fun, no crash.
All right, cool. We're about to go out to the drag strip. We're leading the pack. Yeah, I've never drag raced before, by the way, so we're just gonna go out there, drive down the thing, and then hopefully everything goes well. So we're lined up, ready to go. We're just gonna see how the car reacts when we launch it in second gear. So I wanna make sure that Mike has everything set up for when he launches down the line, because Mike's gonna be running our runs, the ones that matter, and you know, we still have a little bit of a vibration in our drive shaft, so we're gonna get down the line and hopefully the vibration isn't too bad by the time we get to the end. So just feeling it out. Second gear launch hard.
Both cars staged.
It looks pretty good. Was it hoppy?
Absolutely.
No, it wasn't hopping at all. It felt great all the way down, but yeah, right when you get to the end, it's legit. Mike, you don't need to worry about it. You can just go for it.
Yeah, it's good?
Yeah, it's super good.
At 70 feet, 80 feet.
So we finally completed our official second pass ever with the car. There's a couple of things that we want to do, but for this event, I don't think we're gonna do it. We have to play with the geometry of the four-link a little bit, but time does not permit that. I think we have another run and that's it. So we're not gonna do too many wild changes because we don't know how the car is gonna behave. The first run, we set Grimm in it. He gave us some feedback. The second run, Mike sat on it. He gave us some feedback. So we're just gonna make minor adjustments to get the car down the track this weekend. And we're just gonna have a good time, man. What are you gonna do?
Try to hit it a little harder. So, whatever you feel comfortable with, man.
What had happened was the drive shaft broke.
It spit it right out the side. Here's what I will say. It was violent in the car, but the car itself, it did exactly what the car was supposed to do. The drive shaft loop kept everything in place. The tunnel that they built, perfect, nothing shot through. As shitty as that is to lose a shaft, you know what? It's really not that big of a deal because we can put another shaft in there, we can get it back on, but the car itself is great. So the Hornet, built in 30 days. We had a couple of great runs. The last run was a rock star of a car until the drive shaft.
It was great. It was great.
But that's drag racing.
Yes,
That's drag racing. But, RKN was great. We had a great time. Okay, so here's the question. What do you want to see on the next season of F-Your-LS?
I think the real question is, what do they want to see? So why don't you guys tell us and put it in the comments below and tell us what you want to see on the next season of Your LS.
Because here's the deal, nothing is off the table. If you can dream it, they can build it.
Make sure to like and subscribe on the Hemmings YouTube channel and watch us build another one.
We'll see you next season.